What if April isn't just another page on the calendar, but a sacred activation point in your soul's timeline? In this powerful transmission, Jessica Brown reveals why April carries a rare window for rapid spiritual growth, inner alignment, and quantum manifestation. There's an energy this month that doesn't just ask you to change, it invites you to remember who you really are. If you've been waiting for a reset, this is your sign. Every moment in April is encoded with potential. All it needs is your conscious participation. Are you ready to make this your most transformative month yet? April's spiritual gate has opened. The beginning of April is like a doorway gently creaking open, not with force, but with invitation. The cosmic energy shifts subtly, offering clarity, healing, and rebirth for those who are paying attention. If you felt moments of stillness followed by emotional waves, it's because your spirit is responding to that gateway. It is not a random month. It is a point of activation in your soul's deeper journey. This gateway isn't visible to the physical eye, but it resonates within your energy body. You may notice more synchronicities, heightened awareness, or vivid dreams. These are clues that you're nearing the threshold. When April arrives, it asks, will you step forward consciously? Or will you repeat the old cycles without question? Jessica Brown reminds us that spiritual gates only open when we are ready. If you're here listening, it's because your soul knows what's on the other side. Step through with clarity. Carry only what uplifts. Leave behind what numbs or distracts. This is your passage into a higher frequency version of yourself, if you choose it. When you do step through, you may notice your environment shifts subtly. People respond differently, signs align more quickly, and even time may feel distorted. That's the confirmation that you've entered a new vibrational field. Now, your job is to remain present enough to honor it. Reset your inner compass this month. April is a divine reset button dressed in sunlight and wind. It carries the frequency of new beginnings not just in nature, but in consciousness. Your inner compass, dulled by the static of past months, now has a chance to recalibrate. But you must give it permission to point true north again, not based on habit, but on purpose. When you consciously reset your focus, your outer reality begins to respond in kind. What once felt chaotic begins to realign. Obstacles may dissolve or show you they were actually detours to clarity. This is not about control. It's about allowing the natural rhythm of alignment to find you again. Jessica Brown teaches that inner recalibration is a sacred act. Start by asking, where am I headed? Who am I becoming? Let April answer through people, moments, and silence. The universe always speaks most clearly when the inner compass is still and listening. Sometimes recalibration can feel like losing your way, temporarily. Don't fear that fog. It's the clearing of old maps that no longer serve you. Allow yourself to walk slowly as the new direction becomes illuminated through daily awareness and sacred trust. How to align with divine patterns. There's a sacred geometry to time, and April carries a pattern that the ancients understood instinctively. It's a month where the light stretches in golden proportions, urging us to step into harmony with nature's precise rhythm. This geometry isn't math, it's divine design. When we align our thoughts and actions with it, life begins to unfold with gentle precision. You may find certain days feeling charged with clarity, while others feel like natural pauses. These aren't coincidences, they're echoes of the larger cosmic pattern playing out in your energy field. When you tune into them, your decisions become intuitive, your timing impeccable, and your emotional landscape balanced. Jessica Brown encourages journaling or meditative sketching to explore how your personal growth follows its own sacred shapes. Circles of repetition, spirals of evolution, triangles of tension and breakthrough. April invites you to stop forcing and start flowing with divine design. As you align with this sacred architecture, you'll notice life becomes smoother, not because it's easier, but because you're not resisting. The geometry of April teaches that when everything has a place, peace follows naturally. The pattern is already present, you only need to step into it. The 11-day energy rise. From April 11th to April 21st, a unique energy surge flows through Earth's grid, a period many mystics call the mid-portal. During these 11 days, time feels thinner, thoughts become louder, and choices carry more weight. If you've been waiting to launch, declare, or shift, this is your window. Don't let it pass unnoticed. This portal doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It whispers through intuition. You might suddenly feel pulled to change your routine, release an old pattern, or connect with someone new. That pull isn't random. It's guidance. What you birth in this period tends to ripple forward faster than usual. The spiritual current moves in your favor. Jessica Brown likens this to surfing a wave of pure frequency. If you align your inner world, your vision, your values, your vibration, April's mid-portal will carry you further in 11 days than you've moved in months. But you must trust the swell and ride it. Energy surges like this don't happen often, and they demand your full attention. If you feel drained, it's a sign to rest, not quit. If you feel inspired, act boldly. The portal favors those who are awake and willing. Let it lift you. How April speeds up manifestation. In April, manifestation doesn't just respond, it accelerates. This month is known among energy intuitives as a fast feedback period. The thoughts you hold, the feelings you nurture, and the words you speak ripple back to you almost instantly. The soul stream is flowing faster now, and the current is responding in real time. You might notice dreams coming true within days, or unconscious fears manifesting just as quickly. That's the mirror of April. It isn't punishing you, it's showing you how aligned or misaligned your internal frequency is with your external actions. You are learning the language of energetic fluency. Jessica Brown advises treating your thoughts like sacred scripts during April. Speak only what you want to live. Feel only what uplifts your future self. When you engage the month with conscious presence, you'll find April doesn't delay, it delivers. The beauty of this acceleration is that you become both the artist and the art. Every feeling is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. With each sunrise, you're invited to paint a clearer, more resonant version of your life. What story are you ready to bring into form? Master Frequency Days. Within April's energetic landscape, 3 days stand out like tuning forks to the divine: April 8th, April 16th, and April 27th. These aren't just numerically significant, they vibrate with what spiritual scientists call master frequencies. On these days, the veil thins, your thoughts crystallize faster, and energetic intentions magnetize tangible results. If you feel an internal buzz on these dates, know that your soul is syncing with a higher broadcast. Each of these days carries a unique frequency. April 8th is for alignment, perfect for visioning and spiritual anchoring. April 16th is for integration, where inner healing solidifies into confidence. And April 27th is for activation, a final spark that propels you into your next chapter. These days aren't about doing more, but about doing with awareness. Even 10 minutes of conscious intention can multiply results. The universe is constantly speaking through patterns, and these 3 days are part of the cosmic sentence written just for your growth. Observe your thoughts, emotions, and choices during these windows. Ask yourself, am I living in resonance with my next level? If the answer is no, you'll be shown where the friction lies, gently but clearly. Jessica Brown recommends treating these days as spiritual holidays. Light a candle. Take a walk in nature. Write a single sentence that defines who you're becoming. These aren't ordinary days. They are sacred timestamps, cosmic permission slips to co-create with the universe in real time. Inner timeline merge. We often think of time as a line, but in April, it behaves like a spiral. Memories from the past may bubble up alongside flashes of who you're becoming. This is the sacred timeline merge, the moment when your younger self, present awareness, and future wisdom meet in the same emotional space. It can feel overwhelming, but it's deeply healing. You may experience this as déjà vu, sudden old emotional echoes, or spontaneous insights about your path. When these arise, don't push them away. They are timelines seeking union. Your inner child may want to be seen. Your future self may whisper courage into your choices. This convergence is your chance to heal old decisions, honor current truth, and prepave future alignment. Rather than seeing these experiences as weird, Jessica Brown teaches us to treat them as invitations. Pause. Acknowledge all versions of yourself. Write a letter to the self you were 5 years ago. Meditate with a vision of the you 5 years ahead. The bridge between them is now, and this is where the power to shift reality lies. When the soul unites its fragments, time becomes your ally. You stop reacting to life and start shaping it. April is the month where you don't just heal the past, you integrate it. You don't just dream the future, you embody it. The spiral is turning. Your center is waiting. Ground April's energy into your body. April's frequencies are light, quick, and upward, almost too expansive to hold without grounding. If you felt scattered, anxious, or too in your head, it's likely because your body hasn't caught up with the influx of higher energy. Celestial anchoring is about bringing those cosmic downloads down into your nervous system, muscles, and breath, making spirit livable. Start with breath work. Deep belly breathing grounds high-frequency energy into your core. Next, move your body. Walk, stretch, dance. April's codes move best through motion. They're not meant to stay in your crown chakra. They're meant to flow through your spine and into your hands, your voice, your work. Make your body the landing pad for the divine. Jessica Brown suggests creating an earth circuit every morning in April. Stand barefoot on the ground, palms open, crown lifted. Feel light moving down from the sun, through your heart, and into the soil. This isn't metaphor, it's magnetic. When you anchor light, you stabilize timelines. You become the tree that doesn't shake in the wind. In a world that often asks you to transcend, April asks you to descend into presence, into embodiment, into full participation. The more grounded you become, the more freely your spirit can expand. Heaven touches earth through you, but only when your feet are planted. Transcend lower vibrations. April gives you a sacred ultimatum: rise or repeat. This is the month where lower vibrations, old thought loops, toxic dynamics, outdated beliefs will try to cling to your field like shadows at dawn. But the light is too strong now, and what no longer resonates simply can't hold on. If something feels like it's falling away, trust that it's meant to. Letting go doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's as subtle as choosing silence over reaction or stillness over chaos. You may notice relationships shifting, priorities rearranging, or internal dialogues changing tone. These are not losses. They are liberations. Your higher frequency no longer permits the density of the past. Jessica Brown urges viewers to stop negotiating with what they've already outgrown. You don't owe your past an explanation. April is not about ego death. It's about energetic honesty. What nourishes your soul stays. What drains it dissolves. The clarity may sting, but it also sets you free. Think of yourself as a hot air balloon. You can only rise by dropping what's heavy. April hands you the scissors. Will you cut the cords or stay grounded by fear? The sky is waiting for your next altitude. April's quantum mirror. April is not just soft light and fresh starts, it's also a mirror. And mirrors, though silent, tell the truth. If you find yourself triggered, emotionally stirred, or caught in internal conflict this month, don't recoil. Lean in. The quantum mirror is not attacking you. It's reflecting parts of you that are ready to be seen, integrated, and transmuted. You may feel like you're repeating lessons, but this time it's different. Triggers now come with clarity, not confusion. They offer insight, not punishment. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening again?" ask, "What part of me is being invited into maturity?" The question changes everything. Jessica Brown suggests journaling your triggers in April, not to relive them, but to decode them. Often, behind every irritation is a boundary unspoken. Behind every jealousy is a gift unlived. April's mirror isn't here to shame you. It's here to graduate you. But only if you're willing to look with love. How April speaks through nature. In April, nature becomes more than scenery. It becomes scripture. The winds shift direction not only in weather, but in energy. They carry codes, movement, and messages. If you've ever paused during a sudden breeze and felt something stir inside you, you've touched the subtle language of April's air. It doesn't speak in words, it speaks in vibration. As the earth breathes new life into its surface, the wind becomes a carrier of ancient wisdom. The Pleiadians often say that air is the first communicator between dimensions. April's winds sweep away the density of winter not just physically, but spiritually. You'll notice moments of unexplainable clarity when outside. Those are not coincidences, they're conversations. This month, go outside not to escape, but to connect. Stand still. Let the wind touch your skin, your hair, your breath. Feel it pass through you, as if cleansing memory and preparing your energy for what's to come. It's in those moments, unplugged, unrushed, that you begin to hear what the earth has been trying to say all along. Jessica Brown reminds us that nature has always mirrored divine timing. In April, nature doesn't rush, and neither should you. Let the air show you how to move with grace. Let it teach you to trust invisible forces, because even what you cannot see is still shaping the next version of you. Activate April's flow within your chakras. April is the perfect month to unify your spiritual and physical energy centers. Most people spend time in either the upper chakras, dreaming, visualizing, meditating, or in the lower chakras, working, planning, surviving. But this month carries an energetic opportunity, the chance to connect your entire chakra column, from crown to root, into one harmonious flow. When this alignment happens, you don't just think with clarity, you act with purpose. Your spiritual insights become grounded ideas. Your intuition fuels action. Your fears lose grip because your root knows it's safe. And your dreams become practical because your sacral has the fire to create them. The flow of energy becomes full spectrum. Daily alignment doesn't require hours of meditation. Just 10 minutes of intentional breath, visualization, or sound can awaken your internal column. Jessica Brown recommends imagining a golden current flowing from your crown down through each chakra, all the way into the Earth's crystalline grid. This isn't just visualization, it's energetic calibration. April is the month to stop separating your energy. You are not either spiritual or practical. You are not light or grounded. You are a multidimensional being, and your chakras are your tuning forks. When they sing together, April becomes not just manageable, but magical. The one practice you need in April. Among the many spiritual tools available, breath remains the most overlooked, yet most powerful. April, with its fluctuating energy and thin veil, offers a prime opportunity to reset your nervous system through crystal breathwork. This isn't just deep breathing. It's conscious energy movement through your breath, paired with crystalline visual intention. Imagine inhaling pure quartz light, exhaling emotional residue. Picture rose gold breath softening your heart, or violet breath dissolving mind clutter. The breath becomes a bridge between your inner world and the universal intelligence moving through April. It's not just calming, it's activating. You're not trying to escape through breath. You're awakening through it. This practice becomes especially important when solar flares, moon cycles, or emotional surges shake your energy. Breathwork keeps your frequency steady. It reminds your body that peace is not a location, it's a function of choice. When you choose to breathe differently, you start to live differently. You override the old scripts with each sacred inhale. Jessica Brown recommends crystal breathwork for grounding during powerful portals and balancing after deep reflection. Whether used in the morning or before sleep, it becomes your soul's reminder. You are safe, guided, and ready. April may be fast-moving, but your breath is the still point that holds the cosmos in place. Awakening the April architect. You are not a bystander in your life. You are the architect of your reality. And in April, the tools you need to design the next chapter arrive piece by piece. The blueprints come as intuition, the bricks as daily choices, and the mortar as consistent intention. This is the month to stop hoping and start building, brick by brick, breath by breath. The architect in you knows that greatness is never random. It is drawn in silence, built in solitude, and realized through unwavering trust. This April is not about fantasy. It's about frequency. You're not manifesting blindly. You're constructing intentionally. Even the setbacks are useful. They show you where the foundation needs reinforcing. Look at your life this month and ask, what am I constructing? Not just in career or finances, but in your spiritual architecture. Are your thoughts supporting expansion or erosion? Are your habits strengthening or weakening your future? The architect never blames the materials, she refines the blueprint. Jessica Brown invites you to write your April design with sacred clarity. See yourself as the builder of what will come next. This month, the world won't hand you a better life, but it will mirror back what you've been building in secret all along. The question is, do you like what you see? The April Silence Principle. There's a unique silence in April that holds more answers than any book or lecture. It's not the absence of sound, it's the presence of wisdom. This silence speaks when the mind stops forcing and the soul begins listening. In a world that praises speed, this silence becomes your sacred rebellion and your greatest ally. When you sit in stillness this month, you may suddenly feel as though answers arrive from nowhere. The next step becomes obvious. Emotions soften without explanation. That's not coincidence. It's your spirit finally speaking through the noise. Silence doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing only what matters from a space of pure alignment. This is why April is so potent. It slows just enough for the sacred whisper to rise. Most people miss it because they're waiting for a shout. But the soul never yells. It nudges. It breathes. It aligns. And in that stillness, your true strategy begins, not one made from ego or fear, but from deep intuitive clarity. Jessica Brown reminds us that stillness is not passive, It's preparation. You are not wasting time when you pause. You are gathering light. Every spiritual warrior, healer, and leader has mastered the art of listening within. April doesn't want your hustle. It wants your honesty. In the silence, truth builds the bridge to your next becoming. Aura Expansion Ritual. In April, blessings don't just land in your lap. They land in your field. But many carry a contracted aura, unknowingly limiting what they can receive. This month offers a beautiful invitation to widen your energetic field so that abundance, clarity, and aligned opportunities can actually find you. Think of your aura as a magnetic garden. What you tend grows. Expanding your aura doesn't mean chasing more. It means clearing static. Doubt, judgment, comparison. These act like fog around your field, repelling the very breakthroughs you've been praying for. But when you center into your body, elevate your thoughts, and speak with love, your field naturally widens. You become receptive, not reactive. Jessica Brown recommends using a simple visualization each morning. Picture your energy extending beyond your skin, past your home, brushing the edges of the sky. Fill it with a color that reflects your intention: gold for clarity, rose for love, emerald for healing. Let this field move with you as a silent prayer wrapped around your day. April doesn't withhold its gifts, but it responds to readiness. When your aura expands, life doesn't just come to you, it flows through you. You stop asking for signs and start becoming one. And that in itself is the greatest blessing April can offer. The April Soul Reminder. There are things you once knew before the noise of the world made you forget. April doesn't give you something new. It returns you to what's always been within. That old knowing, that ancient clarity, that voice you used to hear in dreams. It's rising again this month, not to haunt you, but to help you remember. You may feel pulled to old books, familiar places, or people you haven't thought about in years. That's your soul remembering. Wisdom isn't always taught, it's awakened. April's energy triggers memory not from this life, but from lifetimes. These are your personal soul files being reopened. You're not going crazy. You're going deeper. This isn't about fantasy or delusion. It's about resonance. You might suddenly know something without knowing how. That's intuition reclaiming its rightful seat. Jessica Brown urges you to stop dismissing these moments. Write them down. Act on them. Share them. They are your instruction manual for the month ahead. April is a cosmic echo, calling you back to your own wisdom. Not the voice of social media. Not your past fears. Just you. Pure, ancient, clear. When you remember who you are, you stop asking for permission. And that is where true power is reborn. Align with the April spiral. Many live in loops, repeating thoughts, habits, patterns, relationships that circle endlessly. But April doesn't carry the energy of the loop. It carries the spiral. The difference? A loop brings you back to where you began. A spiral brings you higher with every turn. Even familiar struggles look different when you've grown. That's how you know you're ascending. This month, you may face a situation you've seen before, but something feels changed. That's because you've changed. The spiral doesn't erase challenges. It transforms your relationship with them. It shows you how much stronger, softer, and more soul-aligned you've become since the last time you stood in that place. Jessica Brown offers this reflection. Ask yourself, am I looping or spiraling? If you're triggered, is your response familiar or more conscious? If you're stuck, is it truly the same wall or a deeper layer inviting transformation? April gives you the power to rise, not in a straight line, but in sacred ascension. This month, Let the spiral guide your steps. You don't need to fix everything. You only need to move with awareness, one level higher, one insight deeper, one breath wiser. April doesn't demand perfection. It asks for presence. And with each upward turn, you spiral into the self you came here to become.